Yo, what is up, you guys? Over the partying like every day is your birthday mix. We got another one for you guys today, and there's a few things I want to talk about before we hop into this video. First off, if you tuned in to last night's live stream, love seeing y'all come by. Know we're gonna be doing one every other day, so I hope to see you come by to tomorrow. Secondly, I know you might see a little box right here, you guys, and it's just been pissing me off, and I haven't really figured out how to use this. I mean, well, I know how to use this camera, just the Olympus camera. Y'all, never buy an Olympus camera. Worst motherfucking camera I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Literally dog shit. Literally dog shit. But there's no way for me to get this record button off, or at least an easy way for me to get this record button off. So that's why I usually have my shit like, oh, that's the wrong shit. That's why I usually have my shit like, click on the thing like this. But I don't like the look of that. I look like, I don't know, some damn Smurf. So, bada bing bada boom, I decided to throw a little block on the record button. So hopefully that makes it look a little bit nicer and we get a little bit more of me in there. So shout out. And the third thing is we're only gonna have 2 videos today, but no, I will be posting a video tomorrow. I wanted to post a One Punch Man episode 1 reaction, but holy shit, that thing be getting blocked out of the wazoo. So I keep having to like cut 10 seconds then try to post it, cut 10 seconds and try to post it, cut 10 seconds and try to post it. I've done that like for 2.5 hours this morning, and I still cannot get it posted. So I'm gonna do it all day today until we get it right, and then that will be up tomorrow morning. So I hope to see you guys check that out. But without further ado, we're gonna get right to what we do, man. We got when anime villains make a legendary first impression from the one, from the only Vinny Tube. Damn, he's only like 11k subs away from 1 Schmilly Millie. So make sure y'all go show him some love. Sorry for the long intro, and let's get to it.
Yeah, Levi.
First impressions matter first time, and this is doubly true for anime villains. In fact, I'd go out and say one thing that separates mediocre and just good villains from the truly memorable ones happens to be the way they debut. From their first appearance, they must strike fear into the hearts of feeble mortals, or at least do something super cool that fans will remember them for. Thus, I'll be sharing what I feel are the best moments of villains making an excellent first impression. Join me as we go through some of the most memorable debuts in action anime. After seasons of mostly fighting titans, it's about time for a change of pace. And what we've got is someone who doesn't nearly have as much of an imposing presence as the Shifters, but is just as or even more dangerous.
Yeah, that man don't play right there.
Ackerman. I've covered this moment before as one of my favorites simply because of the scene's masterful use of atmosphere. The whole time, you, the audience, are at the edge of your seats due to the ominous ambiance. The supposed calm does carry an air of impending doom.
Who the hell is that?
Levi's own monologues reflect what a lot of us thought in that moment. Something's wrong, and we know it's coming. It's just that we can't do anything about it.
Yo, watch out, he got the strap on you, Levi.
Like flies, and Levi's left to confront this new villain with unbridled fury. He may have been an expert in Titan combat, but what if the battle is against one of his own, and someone with far more malicious and murderous intent than the behemoths? It's an amazing way to put a cliffhanger on Attack on Titan Season 3's pilot episode. The magazine's good, but what the anime did...
And that's low-key, yo, who do you think is tougher? I mean, of course a Titan is big, but what a Titan doesn't have is the mobility. This guy has mobility, and not only does he have mobility, he got long-range attacks. Titans, I mean, I guess the Beast one does with his little rock shit, but he got dual Berettas. That's a tough battle with it when it comes to a sword, bro, so...
even more amazing.
It's a toss-up.
Since we're on the topic of a series about people transforming into monstrosities, remember Goto from Parasyte?
Oh my! I do not know him, but dude is swift.
Watching Parasyte, I didn't exactly know what the end game was at the start. Yeah, there's the whole protecting humans from alien invaders shtick, but there's gotta be a mastermind, right? You know, a big boss who, when defeated, will put an end to this madness. It's one of the mysteries that keeps my anticipation up for the plot of this excellent series.
Holy shit, bro, this show's
this
fire,
big,
dude.
squinty-eyed guy. Some guy claiming to just test his limitations while slaughtering the Yakuza like they're nothing. He moves with superhuman speed while using his bare hands to attack. What amazes me more, though, is how he easily shrugs
just
off
split him
literal
with his
bullets and
hand?
swords to show his power. The mask comes off after the massacre, and with the appearance that we've come to know, it's here that I finally knew. This is the guy. This is the one who's gonna have that epic showdown with Shinichi at some point. True final boss material, and let me just say that their eventual confrontation didn't disappoint. It had no shortage of drama and heart-pounding action.
Where bro's arm? Oh my shit.
We move on.
Nah, dude, that is a high-class looking villain right there, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That man is looking like he's something serious. Bro kind of looks like... What the hell, though, does he got? Has he got hammer for hands? What's going on with Brody's hands?
We move on from aliens to heroes with our next entry, Garo. One Punch Man's second season decided to go for a change of pace. Instead of a somewhat episodic approach that the first season pulled, the second season quickly sets the tone by introducing an overarching villain to be dealt with. In a series with powerhouse heroes and overpowered villains like Boros, the pressure is huge, and Garo rises to the challenge in his debut. Eventually taking on the role of a hero hunter is a daunting task that's not for the
a hero hunter?
So how does Garo show us that he's up to the task?
I love you guys villains like that when it comes to shows. Y'all remember the one dude? Who was the one dude, bruh, from... Who is the one dude from My Hero Academia? With the shit that be killing heroes. I forgot his exact name. But he was a hero hunter too. And those kind of villains, I don't know. I just love them in those type of shows. They just have always such a great persona about them. And I think they just add a lot of friction to the show, you know? Makes it nice.
Becoming the strongest by pulling a one-man army and defeating everyone in sight. It doesn't matter whether he's facing a group of heroes and villains at once. The strongest in the world must be able to assert supremacy, right? The bad news is that he's only getting started. His crusade against heroes is quite the compelling plot point to follow, but something like that is only as good as the debut. In that regard, he made a damn
he
good
got
first
bodies
impression.
everywhere. He just killed like 300 people. Oh,
Meruem is next on the list, as everyone would have expected.
Said, bitch, you
Meruem
ain't
is the
bowing?
character who wastes no time in making an impact. That's taken quite literally, as he's the villain that we have the pleasure of seeing as early as birth. And what does he do? That's right, force his way out of the Queen Ant. Oh, and kill comrades as well. Shocking, but not completely unexpected from someone who's destined to be the king, something he quickly assumes with how he gives orders. It's a moment that's simple and concise in telling us a lot about the character. It quickly establishes his personality and ruthlessness, and it sets him up to be one of the biggest threats the heroes have seen so far in the story. That's what makes his eventual development even sweeter, looking at it from the perspective of story writing. Who knew that this ruthless tyrant would undergo the level of transformation he did when it's all said and done?
He had a really good character development, I'm not gonna lie. Muzan gotta be on this list.
Next up, we have Muzan.
Who the fuck just touched me? He said, what was that?
Muzan's debut, for me, is one of the more unorthodox ones. For one, there's no show of strength in a direct way. There's no big confrontation against Danjiro or someone significant. All we've got is him being outed while perfectly blending in with the crowd. He does make a demon out of a person, a testament to his power and the threat that he brings. There's no big battle like any of the previous entries, and just as suddenly as he appeared, he's gone. Quite a bizarre debut, actually, when put against someone like, say, Garo or Meruem. However, it's a decently strong moment, and after finishing the manga, I think it's great in a sense that in a matter of a few seconds, it easily establishes the foundation of Muzan's personality moving forward. The way he does his thing, the kind of villain he is, and how his end was, it all makes...
Yeah, bro, it shows, you know, it gives a little debut of his power, how we can just make demons like that, and it shows, you know, how tricky he is. How he's blending in with families. Now, they don't even know that he could change forms and go from, like, an adult to a kid. Oh, spoiler alert. You know, how he could go from adult to a kid and to, I think it could even turn into a female if I'm not mistaken. But that's OP. See, the only way you could really know it's Muzan is with that nose, bro. That's why Tanjiro is a GOAT. That's why he was the only one that's able to find him, because everybody else, they don't even know what they looking for. And when they know, he's just going to change forms. But him, he going to change smells. Maybe he can do that.
Makes sense after looking at his debut in retrospect. It's certainly a moment you'll appreciate more looking back. before continuing, how about taking some time to thank today's video sponsors? Because if you're more of a strategist than a fighter, perhaps this game will
yeah, I'm more of a fighter, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But shout out to the sponsor, bro. Shout out to the sponsor.
also give you a helping hand and learn to make your brain muscles of everyone casual get weight.
Damn, Luo Lang. Yeah, that is a bad looking dude.
We move back to a more action-packed one, and here we have what I think is one of the best anime movie openings.
Dude is using this man's body as a shield. That's low-key 100 IQ, though.
To a more action-packed one.
I hope Brody's already dead, because that would be tough.
One of the best anime movie openers, courtesy of Luo Lang. In an action movie that's heavy on the sword fights and battles, it's especially important to establish the end villain, the final obstacle that the hero will face in his journey. And with the limited time that a movie is compared to a series, Sword of the Stranger wastes no time in establishing Luo Lang's threat level. It's a moment like Goto's. We've got one guy laying waste to an entire squad, but take note that Luo Lang doesn't have any alien powers backing him up. He's just that good. He's just that powerful to make mincemeat out of the entire battalion. This is the villain that our hero must face in the end. The ultimate challenge, and it will
then
take
he just
everything
relishes
to
in
have
that
the
shit.
slightest hope
It's like, I did it
against
again.
this monster.
Yeah, that man is no joke. He's a monster.
All for One makes its way to the list in a big way. For so long, we've heard of the name All for One, the ultimate villain who's the antithesis to All Might's status as the beacon of justice and hope. We've known a lot of things thanks to his reputation, but we never really saw him in action. That is, until we finally did. Almost no one knew who this person was, but the look on their faces says it all. That's the look of pure fear and awe as All for One stands over the wreckage, his mere presence slowly eradicating all hope from the hearts of all heroes in sight. It also helps that he defeated Best Jeanist with ease. This physical debut for me is all about the hype. After everything we've heard, we finally saw him in action, and he didn't disappoint one bit. It's going to take a miracle for the heroes to get out of this, and we did get it in the clash against All Might, giving us what I feel is one of the best final battles in anime. Well, it's not literally a final battle, but it's one that marks the changing of the guard. It felt like saying goodbye to the MHA.
This was like the last. I mean, All Might still could, you know, whoop a little bit, but it was pretty much the last of his soupness, bruh. You know, it's that pretty much the end to the All Might era. Yeah, he still could throw it down sometimes, but bro, look at him. Dude looks like he's 90 and just got out of a retirement home after that fight. He ain't gonna be able to whoop too many people after that. I mean, he still could whoop them, but they better be quick. He ain't gonna be able to do it for long.
I've come to know when that battle ended.
Who's coming? Utsuro?
Utsuro is up next. Utsuro, as a character, always carried an air of mystery before and after his debut. If I were to make a comparison from entries on the list, I consider his debut to be like Muzan's. Not in the not doing any fighting department, because he sure showed his power and beat everyone, but in the way that he looked like, for lack of a better term, an NPC. Even the protagonist didn't expect to face one of the most overpowered characters in all of anime when they took on some random masked dude, but here we are, talking about how Utsuro made a memorable debut, winning a 3-on-1 with ease. Talk about a twist, and given what we see from Utsuro as the series goes on, it's crazy to think that he's not nearly in full power when this happened. This is like some warm-up for the guy who will eventually dazzle us with his combination of skill and downright broken powers.
Damn, he whooping Gintama like that?
As we start rounding off this list, I must talk
about
one.
God, bro, yo, I was hoping that we saw Kaido. Now, I didn't think it was going to be this moment, but I am glad that he picked this moment. I kind of thought it was going to be when Kaido got drunk and started just tearing up the city and Luffy. Like, bro, he was doing that shit drunk. I forgot, though, about this scene. When I saw this scene, my jaw was literally on the floor like this. Because in my mind, I'm like, how in the shit are you supposed to kill a man like this? How do you kill a man that can fall from the sky, who wishes death upon himself? Bro wants to die, but can't. That's a glitch.
One Piece. Amongst the villains, Kaido is always going to be one of my favorites, and that has to do with his debut.
I don't know how they're gonna, after this arc, bro, out top what's going on with Kaido and Big Mom. It's gonna be tough.
彼は今自殺をした。
Of course, the
Who among
smoky
you
guy.
One Piece fans could ever forget this sky drop
Teach.
that shook the earth? From the vantage point high above the sky, Kaido easily towers over the feeble weaklings as he quickly makes his presence felt in a huge way, both literally and figuratively. I think that what helped make this moment is the endless stream of hype as he's making that big drop. You get those claims reserved for only the strongest of the strong, a beast so powerful that all that's left was for him to search for a place to die. A character who's been hardened so much by the endless tribulations he had to overcome before. Add to that the claims of immortality, and we know we're dealing with something insane here. The stomp on everyone was just icing on the cake, a means to justify the hype.
世界最高の戦争始めようぜ。
Yeah, it's not a dude to
For our
trifle with
last
right
up, we
there.
have Madara.
He did whoop 1,000 ninjas, bro. Like, come on, dude.
Seriously, is there any villain debut in Battle Shonen that can compare to this? For so long we've heard about the exploits of Madara, how he's a character who left quite the legacy, someone who's a pillar of history and one of the strongest characters. But to see him revived and in action, and to see him solo desecrate an entire division without even breaking a sweat, this is the perfect endgame boss material for Naruto after all the craziness we've seen through over a decade of the anime. I'd argue that he doesn't need such a strong debut. The hype's already there.
I mean, though, these guys were all some Walmart employees, bro. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even real ninjas, bro. I didn't see one of these people pull out a move. Like, you know how Naruto got the shadow clone jutsu, Sasuke got the little sparky shit. I ain't seeing nobody pull out no type of moves during this battle. So these are some Walmart ninja. That's all I'm saying.
It's freaking Madara in the flesh. Yet he continues his rampage, justifying the hype and continuing the momentum of his debut.
Oh, maybe
The
there is a
favorite
few
moment of
moves.
mine
Damn, you see that fire? Damn, they some bitch ass moves though. This man got a whole ass. Is that ghost? A golem ghost?
Justifying the hype and continuing the momentum.
Never mind,
of his
take it
debut.
back, bro.
His favorite moment
He was
of mine
whooping
had him
ass.
flex over the Gages in one haunting movement, and he also gave Guy his defining and most badass moment. So we've got to thank him for that too, right? Garguya shouldn't have come into the picture, honestly, but of course Gishi had to find a way to write him out because he made Madara too powerful. Pretty funny meta commentary when you think about it. And that wraps up the list. Did you find the villains that you're looking for?
Imagine making a character too powerful. Holy shit. Hey, man, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite villain entry. Damn, there was some really, really good ones. Now, me personally, bro, I'm gonna have to go with Kaido, bro. That one just made a splash when it comes to me. Now, I haven't gotten to that far in Naruto, so I'm sure when I do get that far, that one will make a huge splash. But when it comes to Kaido, man, just you hear so much about him, and then when you finally see him drop from the sky without a scratch, wanting to die, I mean, you just know he's bad news. You just know he's bad news. But I love you guys, man. Appreciate y'all for coming by. Make sure you like and subscribe if you are new to the crew. Also, keep an eye out for the BdayReacts live channel, y'all. We're going to be starting to, like I said, do live streams every other day. So we're going to be posting a lot of stuff over there on that channel. So I'd love to see y'all tune in. Y'all be easy, though, and have a great rest of your day, man. And deuces.